Our research highlights the futures of critical minerals in Southern Africa and the anticipatory governance of these sought-after minerals that are required to power the clean energy technologies and transition to reach the climate goals and implement the African mining vision. The global demand for these critical minerals, including copper, lithium, cobalt, and nickel, could potentially quadruple by 2040, with estimates suggesting that this could lead to the total demand increase of up to six-fold by 2050. As the world shifts towards renewable energy, Africa's rich natural resources position the continent as a key player in decarbonized economy. However, developing a critical mineral strategy for the Southern African development community requires us to ask, what makes minerals critical? These minerals power the transition to low-carbon economy with significant economic benefits for Africa, but often they are located in ecologically sensitive areas. This creates governance challenges as mining can have catastrophic environmental impacts, while much of the value still resides in manufacturing hubs outside the continent. The research thus highlights the criticality of copper in the DRC, South Africa and Zambia, lithium in the DRC, South Africa and Zimbabwe, cobalt in DRC and Zambia, and graphite in Mozambique, manganese in South Africa, nickel in Madagascar, South Africa and Tanzania, and rare earth elements in South Africa and Tanzania. Our research included futures literacy workshops and policy dialogues brought together by a range of stakeholders from government, industry, mining chambers, civil society, and regional bodies to co-create the content and recommendations. As global powerhouses like China dominate critical mineral supply chains, while the US and Europe are desperately trying to catch up, Africa's role in localizing value through a capacity building and governance is critical. While African countries have introduced local content requirements, they often fail to meaningfully integrate local firms into global supply chains due to a lack of local processing capacity. The SADC region must act swiftly to address environmental, governance, and geopolitical challenges, especially in key minerals such as copper, lithium, cobalt, graphite, manganese, and rare earth elements. Coordinated regional strategies like those proposed by SADC and the African Continental Free Trade Area could really help establish Southern Africa as a global hub for critical minerals development. A regional strategy is vital for addressing these barriers and ensuring that mining activities benefit local communities and economies. Emerging scenarios for Southern Africa's critical minerals futures present both opportunities and risks. Governance, policy, and socio-economic factors will shape the region's trajectory. By rethinking conventional economic models and embracing innovation in resource management, the region can forge a sustainable and inclusive future. Prevailing paradigms are insufficient to address the practical limitations facing the transition minerals challenge, shedding light on the shortcomings of an approach that relies solely on technology and the linear economy. Amid environmental degradation and economic model limitations, we introduce with our research a new paradigm called the resource-balanced economy for Africa. A resource-balanced economy visualizes resources flowing in a continuous loop, maximizing efficiency and promoting equal access. This new paradigm, the resource-balanced economy, focuses on shrinking the industrial footprint and transitioning to sustainable economic models. With the current economic systems reinforcing inequities, we emphasize the urgency of revisiting resource trade agreements and investment risks, opening pathways for more inclusive and equitable development, including financial innovations. The African Mining Vision and the SADC Regional Mining Vision can be enhanced by prioritizing bioregionalism and relocalization. This will ensure that regional mining activities are carried out in harmony with the environment, contribute to local and regional development, and generate lasting benefits for local communities and economies. A new social contract for mining is essential for SADC. It focuses on fair mining practices, green initiatives and strong communities supported by the African Minerals Development Center for Sustainable Resource Management. The policy recommendations emphasize growing geological surveying capacities and embedding anticipatory governance. By strengthening governance and fostering collaboration, Southern Africa can unlock shared prosperity and equitable reforms. To build sustainable futures, Africa must embrace anticipatory governance and strategic foresight. By leveraging critical minerals, we can create resilient economies and ensure long-term prosperity for all. The current fossil-based economy is unsustainable and the green transition faces challenges. Addressing these requires a shift to alternative industrial ecosystems and a new mining paradigm that reconsiders resource limitations. Fault lines in the green transition include unsustainable consumption assumptions and declining resource quality. By opening to alternative ecosystems and rethinking the commodities industry, we can overcome these challenges. The policy pathways that's presented in our research is important for us to move together towards building futures where anticipatory governance and sustainable practices lead to shared prosperity. We need to implement the recently adopted United Nations Pact for the Future. In Africa, and Africa's mineral resources governance is in desperate need for creating this new social contract with its peoples to secure intergenerational fairness and a flourishing Africa.